Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. This is Bear County Court Law number 6 from the Bear County Veterans Treatment Court. We are finishing up our motion to revoke probation docket. It is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021 at approximately 11:45. The cases we have left are cause number 660-931 and 663-748, State of Texas versus Dolores Lopez. These are both motions to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Mr. Miguel Hernandez is the attorney representing Ms. Lopez on both cases. Mr. Hernandez, are you ready to proceed on both these cases at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Once again, for the record, representing the state are Mr. Ross Lewis, Mr. Eddie Villarreal, and representing the Bear County CSCD is Ms. Susan Gross, who is, I remind, is still under oath. Ms. Lopez, let's start with this. In cause 660-931 and 663-748, there's one document for each case, and the document's entitled Defendant's Consent to Motion to Revoke Hearings by Video Conference. In fact, Ms. Lopez, is this your signature on each of these two documents?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez is attorney for Ms. Lopez in both these cases. Are these your signatures on each of these two documents?
They are, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Lopez and Mr. Hernandez, there is also a document, one on each case, entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, both of which are marked, quote, is an adjudication of guilt following a deferred adjudication, and the defendant has a limited right of appeal. In fact, Ms. Lopez, in both cause 660-931 and 663-748, are this your signatures on both of these documents, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, as attorney for Ms. Lopez in both of these cases, are these also your signatures on both of these cases?
They are, Your Honor.
And Ms. Benavides, in cause 663-748, I note on my document, there is no date on the defense consent to motion to revoke hearing by video conference. So
Okay.
administratively, just ensure that the original is dated today's date, 12/15/21.
Yes, sir. I'll have them check both of them.
Thank you. In cause 660-931, Mr. Hernandez, my understanding is this is an uncontested motion to revoke community supervision. Is that correct?
Well, Your Honor, yes and no. It is as to one of the conditions, but not the other. So I have to explain if I may. So
Sure. What we normally do in all of these MTRs is allow a defendant to plead either true with an explanation or not true with an explanation, unless they want to request a formal contested motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Otherwise, they're welcome. You're welcome to clarify. They're welcome to testify, however you want to do it on any of these allegations.
okay, Judge. Yes, it would be true with an explanation.
Okay, and is that basically going to cover both cause 660-931 and 663-748?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, fair enough. Ms. Lopez, in cause 660-931, on the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision, how do you plead, ma'am?
True.
Thank you very much. Court accepts the plea of true with an explanation. Ms. Gross, would you please advise the court and the parties of the status of Ms. Lopez probation in cause 660-931?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Lopez has performed very poorly on probation in that she was originally placed on probation August 10th of 2021. She went to intake and signed her conditions on August the 11th of 2021, and we have never seen her since. On this case, she was obligated to make one payment of $20, which she has failed to do. She was not assessed any community service, and she has not provided proof of enrollment or completion of a stress class because she is never reported. We have no drug tests on file. Her prior arrest history includes 3 prior arrests for possession of marijuana 0 to 2 ounces, possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1 gram, and then a new criminal trespass private property, which is alleged on the motion to revoke, but that case has since been dismissed. And then, of course, she is also on probation for the second case, which is also a criminal trespass. Due to her substantial noncompliance, the Her probation officer is recommending revocation.
And either Mr. Hernandez or Miss Gross, there are a couple of allegations of criminal trespass. Is there still an open criminal trespass case out there somewhere?
No, it was dismissed.
Okay, good. Is this one case that talks about in cause 660-931, this is a criminal mischief case. And then 663-748 is a criminal trespass case. Are they related in some manner? Is this the same address for these, or are these two totally separate and distinct different offenses? Mr. Hernandez, can you answer that one for me?
No, I can't, Your Honor. I didn't represent her back then.
It's two different cases.
Okay, thank you, man. That's what I need to know. We're good. All right, so back on cause 660-931. Susan, do you have the original fine amount on Ms. Lopez on that case?
Judge, on each case, it was originally $300.
Okay. Mr. Hernandez, what are you requesting?
Well, Your Honor, the problem I have on all of this is I was told that there's two allegations. That's all I was given on both of why they were asking to terminate. Number one was that she picked up a new number one, and number two was that she hadn't done a class. There was no allegations of not showing up. There was no allegations of no community service. There was no allegations of any drug tests. There was no allegations of anything else. So it's hard for me to basically answer those allegations when they're not stated and put in writing so that they can be answered. Had we had all of those, maybe we would have done a contested hearing. But
Okay.
I don't believe those should be considered since they're not before the court on the written motion to revoke. The only thing was a new number one, which has been dismissed, and her not doing a class, which she still has 4 months to get done. I would ask that she be continued on probation so she could get this class done. As far as the rest of it, like I said, it's difficult because it wasn't alleged. And so it's hard to answer that and have it considered by the court when it's not alleged.
All right, let me back up a second. In cause 660-931, on the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision, violated condition number one is alleging a criminal trespass case that allegedly occurred on or about 31 August 2021. Has that case been dismissed at this time, State?
That
Yes.
case was closed, Judge, on September the 7th, 2021, and that is as per the clerk of the court that I checked with this morning.
That's
State, what
correct,
is your
Your Honor.
understanding of the status of that case at this time?
The case has been closed, Your Honor.
All right, what does that mean, close? That mean dismissed?
Yes, it means dismissed. Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
So State, do you want to move to withdraw violation of condition number one on cause 660-931 because it's really moot and not applicable at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we do move to waive that
State,
condition.
excuse me, defense, any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
Let me do some writing here. And the court agrees with the defense, and since the state does not pose an allegation of failure to report, the court will not consider that. So the only allegation left in clause 660-931, and by the way, that no objection from the defense, that is granted. And condition number one, allegation of a offense of criminal trespass on or about 31 August 2021 is going to be deleted basically from this cause. Okay, so we failed to register and attend an anger management class. That sound right?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Hernandez, can you address why we failed to register or attend an anger management class? We went on probation on August 10th, 2021, and it's now December. Is she registered for it yet?
Your Honor, I don't believe so. I think one of the problems is the financial situation, and I believe she's had a problem financially and where she's staying and things of that nature. I believe she's still. Are you homeless, Ms. Lopez?
Yes, sir. I was really gonna go home like on the 25th of this month. Because I live in Natalia, Texas. My mom lives in Natalia. I don't have a ride over there. And every time I would try to get a ride, it would consider like prostitution. So I never went back. So I'm just stranded here in San Antonio.
Okay, anything further, defense?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, if
Go
the
ahead.
court is, I'm sorry, if the court is going to consider continuing the defendant, if she's going to be residing in Natalia, you will need to consider either transfer or report by mail. Most likely report by mail or report by Zoom.
Mm. No, I want to keep it here because, you know, I could just come back over here. It's only 27 miles from here.
State recommendation on the resolution of Ms. Lopez case, cause 660-931.
Your Honor, at this time, the state recommends a time served here,
How much time has she served? Do we know?
about 15 days,
I'm sorry, how many?
I've
I
got
show
19, Your
19.
Honor,
19.
as of today.
All right, somebody please tell me how much she served. I can't understand.
19, Your Honor.
19 days. Okay, thank you. And we have prior marijuanas, and basically the only really dramatic one is a possession of controlled substance, and she got deferred adjudication that was termed unsatisfactory. That's all. Does that sound right, Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to 663-748, since these are going to kind of go hand in hand. I think the allegations are the same. State, do you have a motion on this case to waive the allegation of violated condition number 1 on or about 31st day of August 2021? Defendant allegedly committed an offense of criminal trespass, and apparently the state has dismissed that case. So is the state willing to withdraw that allegation of condition number 1 on the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and cause 663-748?
Yes, Your Honor, the state waives that violation.
All right, no objection from the defense. That will be granted. Let me do some writing. Okay, and Ms. Lopez, and cause 663-748 on the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. How do you plead, ma'am?
True.
True with an explanation is accepted by the court. And Susan, is there any variation on the theme on Ms. Lopez performance on probation with regard to registering for and attending anger management class different on this case than on 660-931?
Yes, Judge, the only difference that we have on this case would be monies, where she again has paid nothing. She has a balance of $880, delinquent $560. Otherwise, everything remains the same, and the officer is recommending revocation.
Okay, and Mr. Hernandez, I assume you're requesting the same outcome on 663-748 that you did on 660-931?
Yes, Your Honor.
And state is your recommendation the same on 663-748 as it was on 660-931?
It is, Judge.
And state, do you know off tip of your tongue, and or Ms. Gross, do you know, and or Mr. Hernandez, do you know, and I'll bet Ms. Lopez knows, if none of y'all know, what the basis for this criminal mischief case was? What did the criminal mischief consist of?
It was breaking windows of a hotel.
Okay, that's colorful.
Oh, God.
But it was my only way out. I was being attacked from the hotel.
Understand, ma'am. All right, anything further from the state of the defense on 663-748?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defense on cause 660-931?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state on either of these cases?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lopez, and cause 660-931, the court accepts your plea of true with an explanation. I grant the state's motion to revoke your probation. To revoke your deferred adjudication probation. I adjudicate you guilty of the offense of criminal mischief, $750 to $2,500. I sentence you to 6 months in the Bexar County Jail, assess a $1,000 fine. Well, let's rephrase that. Yeah, that's fine. $1,000 fine plus court cost, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. This case to run concurrent with 663-748. Anything further from the state of the defense on Ms. Lopez in cause 6600931?
Nothing from the state.
This
From the defense, Your Honor.
was a class A and I gave her class B punishment. So that's the name of that tune. In cause 663-748, the court accepts your plea of true with an explanation. I grant the state's motion to revoke your deferred adjudication probation. I adjudicate you guilty of the offense of criminal trespass on private property. I don't know if I said it before, but in cause 6600931, I adjudicate you guilty of the offense of criminal mischief, $750 to $2,500. In cause 663-748, I sentence you to 6 months in the Bear County Jail. Assess a $1,000 on fee. Credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent on both cases. And that basically takes care of it. So we're doing 6 months in jail. My understanding is currently she's supposed to get 3 for 1. I could have given her a year on one and 6 months on the other and stacked them, but of course I didn't do that. So that's as good a Merry Christmas as I can give Ms. Lopez under the circumstance. Anything further from the state of the defense on 660-931 or 663-748?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defense.
Good luck, Ms. Lopez. Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. Y'all are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, off of YouTube.